Well, continue with this piece then. I'll teach you a very useful tool that we could create some engraves. Very precise and easy. Instead of do it manually or create it in a different way. I'll show you the alphas. The alphas are images black and white that allow us to have a control over the mesh. I'll show you here an example. We will go to stroke and change it to drag and rect, and we will load an alpha. For example, this. It's very similar because it is exactly the same image that we have here. What we are going to do here is this combination. We will add a specific engrave to the geometry that we are working on. We could add geometry and remove geometry with it. As you can see here, an exception for the details that we've got there. We've got a specific shape with a good level of detail. So this is a very useful tool for you. The alpha work with a monochrome, white and black, go through the gray. If we are on the white color, the quantity of geometry that pull out, it's more. Here we've got pure white, so the program will extrude that part. If instead of white we've got a black, it will just pull in the geometry. We could have this result by using just Alt. As I told you, we work on grayscale. If we got great 80%, the quantity of geometry that we will extrude will be less than a pure white. Here we've got an image that shows the work of the alpha. The white dot is just the middle, and this white dot just go to gray. So we could create this kind of curves over the geometry by using the grayscale. It is different than this option. In the other case, we've got a white area, and we don't know if it is or this white dot that is bigger. It will be this part of the cylinder. So if we got a blend here on the grayscale, we will get a shape like this. Wider and smoother. We will use this alpha here for generate some geometry over our model. This is very interesting because the alpha shape also the alphas work on the viewport. For example, we will use this image. If we sculpt from the front, we could say that somehow our object will have some kind of proportion. But what happens if I sculpt it from the top? In this case, first we could see that the alpha just extend, the shape change, and it don't finish the extrude on the superior part of this shape, of this little clover, because I moved the geometry on a kind of different view, hard view for the brush. So the point of view will affect the quantity of polygons that we have for our alpha. We will do it here. We generate more of the clover, but it is very straight. Oh, so the alphas are a very useful tool, and it will help us to create more details over this piece. I hope that you understand this. See you in the next video. We will add more details to our cylinder. Without more, see you in the next video.